Hey baddies, welcome to Auntie Amy's Trashy Tarot. Today we're doing a pick a card reading. This one has me channeling Lilith, and it is the dark night you didn't choose but you needed. And this has to do with the dark night of the soul and shadow work. So grab your comfies and your snacks and join your auntie on the other side. If this is your first time to my channel, hi, hello, how are you? It's wonderful to have you. Thank you so much for stopping by. I truly hope you will stick around. If you're a returning subscriber or member, hello, my lovelies. It's always so wonderful to connect with your energy. Thank you so much for stopping by. And I appreciate all the time, energy, and resources that you put into the channel. And I just wanted to let everyone know that on December 28th, I will be channeling an Oracle of Lilith session live for my Coven level members. And this session will have to do with what you need to know for 2026, okay? And if you're interested in that, please check out my members, Coven level. You can check it out by checking out that join button down below by my name. You just click it and a little pop-up window pops up and there's a little video and all the stuff is there and things, and you can check it out. So, and how this reading is going to work, this is how Lilith has directed me, okay? Your picks are going to be your timestamps and the emojis that are chosen. That's it, okay? That's how she wants it. And that, my dears, is how we're going to do it, okay? I know that annoys some people, but that's how it is, all right? And sometimes when we're in the dark night of the soul, we need direct things. Direct things can be comforting. Okay, now if you're drawn to more than one group, there may be more than one message here for you, all right? And with all that said, I'll see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye guys. Group 1. This is going to be your reading all about the dark night of the soul that you didn't choose, but the one that you needed. And these are going to be channeled messages from Lilith. And let's go ahead and get to the nitty-gritty of what's going on here with you. This is the Cthulhu Tarot. Tell me about what's going on with my group 1. Tell me about this dark night with my group 1. Tell me about this dark night with my group 1. I feel this stony dirt road. It's just full of rocks and stones, and nothing can grow there. Let me see. The Page of Wands. Oh, there's a card behind it. The Hierophant. Tell me more about this. Tell me more. It's just complete and utter obstruction, lack of justice. I feel like I'm on a road of deprivation. We have the Queen of Swords. Oh, she is a vicious one. She is vicious. And in an extreme position of power here. Over this little page. This one here wants to come out as well. We have the Hermit, which is the sorcerer, the magician. This dark night, it really has this loss of hope here, because the odds are stacked so clearly against. There's been so much negative speech, and not just negative speech, but negative reinforcement of the speech by the environment itself. This Hierophant card here, it doesn't feel like a Hierophant card. It feels like a wall that is a vortex of void, of nothingness, that no matter how much mileage you get on this road, no matter how many stones you overturn, and boy, walking on pebbles, you ever walked on rocks barefoot before? That's what I'm feeling here. No matter how much you do, no matter how many stones you overturn, this is always there. And you have turned within. You've done the work. You're doing the work. Damn it. But this Queen of Swords energy lingers. It's so vicious. It's so cruel. And it just eats away. It just eats away at this Page of Wands here. And it makes this wall, these obstacles that appear to be voids to this little page, they appear like insurmountable objects. Wow, that flew out of the deck. Erishigal, Queen of the Shadows, wrath, instability, suspicion. And so, all of these treatments have left you with this energy. Instability, suspicion, wrath, vengeance, injustice. But this ability to not give yourself the stability that you need to heal, because you're focused on the void. You're focused on a map of the past. You're focused on I'm seeing, it's almost like a board game, like a game that someone put you in as a kid, as a young person, and you're stuck there. You gotta literally see the bigger picture and see that you're not there anymore. And that keeping yourself there, it's what's giving you the instability, the inability to be the stability that you need. And it is hard. This is where we have to call in sometimes professionals, okay? You know, therapists and doctors and counselors and things like that to help us get where we need to be. Stability is important for you because a lot of you have never had stability. Emotional, physical, financial. And right now, a lot of you need emotional stability because you're going to have to self-adult. You're going to have to make a lot of big decisions for yourself in the coming months. It's time. You're going to have to choose to see the truth about this obstacle here, about this void wall. Let's be clear. It's not a void. It's your emotions. It's the emotions that this brings up. That's why you avoid the obstacle. It's why you avoid the wall. It's why you avoid the void. It's the emotions the Queen of Swords energy brings up. When you go deep within, no matter how much work you do, you run into this. And it's something that you have to work through. It's part of your growth. It's part of you becoming stable. And it's part of you being able to adult, make good decisions, because you're no longer frightened of your own emotions. You're no longer scared to be true to who you really are. More about this Queen of Swords. Tell me more about the Queen of Swords. I really feel, when I get this Queen, I always feel, first of all, two-faced. Okay, there's a mask here she takes off. Okay, so very two-faced. A lot of lies with the moon here. Okay, and I feel viciousness with this Queen of Swords from the Cthulhu Tarot deck. She's a monster of her own. She's a liar and a gossip. She's vicious with the tongue. Also, I feel like she may be prone to throwing hands a little bit. And she could make someone kind of afraid to assert themselves. Okay, this is part of the dark night. This feeling of, I don't matter. I don't have any power. What I do doesn't matter. And it feels like an anger that bubbles with this. This anger of afraid to take up space and then wanting to take up space. It is both. So some of you feel one way, some of you feel another, but there's anger no matter how you feel about it. We have the Lovers here. This card in this particular reading feels like self-knowledge, especially with the Hermit here. And this dark night really is about you healing self. And I feel like a lot of you feel like you have, but this one thing here is major, okay? And it really feels like it is the essence of a lot of anger, the essence of the inability to really take care of yourself. It's where things begin to fall apart for you. It's where you begin to push yourself. It's where numbers matter more than you. It's where you think outside validation matters more than your inner happiness. There's a lot of like program ticks here, or there's a lot of like systemic like validations here that are being undone. There is a opening of freedom here through the healing of this dark night, through the knowing of self, through the understanding of true illusion, that what you think, first of all, is real, even in your own life, is an illusion. And that many people play out these vicious programs that they've been taught and they've been taught. It doesn't make it okay. It just makes it what it is. and that you are different, and you're on a different path of breaking a lot of illusions, of diving deeper into self-knowledge, self-awareness. And it's not for a selfish purpose. It's for a higher purpose. It's to break this cycle, this illusion. I feel like a lot of you don't want necessarily what you've been told to want. Meaning, your goals and dreams don't align with a financial gain necessarily, or a big, huge estate. Not that you don't want to be comfortable, I'm not saying that. It feels like you align with something that's much deeper. And because you align with things that are much deeper, my friend, your healing is absolutely transformative on many layers. And so your dark night is going to be deeper, more intense. And you're going to see things that were in front of you that you never saw before. Because for you, that's how it works. That's how it is. Now, the ability to see something for what it truly is. See the void for the truth, that it is the emotion. It is the emotion that we refuse to see. Okay. See, feel. Some of you have over-intellectualized your emotions. You think about them. You think about them. You think about them a lot. But you don't feel them. The idea of feeling them is terrifying. And when you feel them, it puts you in a place where you want to act in a toxic way because you don't know how to handle the feeling. That's where you go get some help. That's where you figure out, how do I feel it and cope? Because the feeling is not a bad thing. A lot of times our body is storing these emotions and it's causing other issues. Sometimes the overthinking it is caused by these stored up emotions. Write it. Draw it out. Go for a walk. Go talk to somebody. But let it out, group one. You're going to find that allowing emotions to not become such a scary thing. And look, I am right there with you, okay? But going through the process of demystifying, dehorrifying emotions really is a healing process. And it takes as long as it takes. You have to give yourself space for that. Literally get yourself in a bathtub or a shower, or put your hands in some water. Get you some crystals. Not all crystals can go in the water. Okay, so I'm telling you, look at your crystals. Don't put them in the water. Put them around the water. Put your little salt in the water. Don't, like I said, put the crystals around the water, not in the water. Not all crystals can go in the water. Okay, put your little salt. Don't use Himalayan salt because I understand that has toxins in it now. Okay, get you some sea salt. Or salt, whatever you got, honey, whatever you got, okay? And just connect, okay? Just connect through the water. The water is part of the planet, Gaia. Cry, get angry, allow the emotions to flow into the water. And then when you pull the plug, let it go down the drain. If you got your hands in water, go pour it outside into the ground. Although salt is not really good for the, outside. So keep that in mind. But in other words, find a way to channel your emotions in a healthy way. Your dark night really is about you dealing with oppressed emotions that are caught up in this void that you are avoiding. The void is your obstacle, and every obstacle that you run into that becomes insurmountable is rooted in these emotions. And it can be horrifying. It can make you become very distant from people because you seem to find that the emotions, the way people make you feel, they all tend to fold back on this one emotion. Like it just starts to just continue to repeat and repeat and repeat and repeat, and then you're left feeling this way, and you just want to push it away. So you start distancing yourself from people and people and people and people, and it's a problem that stacks upon itself. And the problem is, my love, you got to face the emotion. Okay, so let's face the emotion. What is it? Do you feel unwanted? Do you feel unloved? Do you feel jealous? Okay, so what is at the heart of those emotions? You got to find that out. Sometimes you got to go to a counselor or a therapist, because those are emotions that may have a root emotion and something that happened repetitively that made you feel a certain way. Perhaps you didn't get a lot of affection as a kid. Perhaps your parents didn't believe in you, or perhaps, you had a series of bad relationships where people weren't there for you, That is where we go. And we work on that feeling. Because it comes from there. That feeling of being unworthy. At our most vulnerable. Our most needy. How people failed us in some way. When we needed them not to. They failed us. And that failure somehow triggered in our system this repetitive cycle of us feeling that and connecting to that over and over. And instead of us being able to see the good, because maybe we didn't have much, or maybe we did and we weren't able to see it, because our system, our nervous system became hardwired to be hypervigilant for these happenings. So we have to go and we have to figure it out. And understand that void, that emotional void, right? That feeling of not being loved, accepted, wanted, whatever it is, that we have to love ourselves right there, right in that imperfect space where we're unlovable, where we seem unwanted and cast away. Think about your most unlovable self and love it right there. Because that's how we truly fall in love with who we are. We become that person who we needed when nobody was there. Because I will tell you this, no matter the connection. I've seen it in my own life. No matter the connection, they can turn on you. And in the end, you have yourself. And if you're lucky, you have a good relationship with yourself. Have that good relationship with yourself earlier than later. Learn to love yourself when nobody did. Go back to when people weren't there for you and love yourself there, instead of kicking yourself when you're down. Instead of saying, well, I understand why they didn't love me. No. You deserve love. You deserve to be loved by people who were supposed to be there for you, period. Irregardless. People who love you are supposed to love you. And at our most vulnerable, especially. And it's not okay. And healing happens when we're able to say things like this. Be real about it, not smush it down and make it all pretty with a nice bow and say, oh, well, you know, it was hard for them. Well, honey, it was hard for you. It was hard for you. Yeah, I know it was hard for them. And, you know, wish them well. But what about you? It's been hard for you for a very long time. So let's be real. That's part of healing. Not forcing things. Being real about where you are. That's when a therapist, a counselor, that's where real healing really begins. It's when you can say, you know what? I just don't feel good about this. Being real about where you are is where life begins. You are an adult. If you're watching this, you better be. And that inner child who has been left, abandoned, unloved, rejected, they need you to go back and love them. That inner teenager that was rejected because you were rebellious. I don't care what you did. You should have been loved right straight through it. Because there's a reason why you were the way you were. And we all know that, don't we? I sure do. You deserve to be treated well. But you have to start that chain reaction. You have to start being good to yourself to show other people how it's done. Sometimes it works that way. Let's get a few more cards for you. Tell me more. What else do they need to know? What else do they need to know, my group one? Okay, we have Neptune, magic, imagination, and illusion. We have Black Moon, Lilith, and Scorpio, spicy alchemy. Woohoo! We have Pluto, endings and regeneration. Oh my. Are you going to have a little rebirth situation? Black Moon, Lilith, in Leo. Allow your light to shine. That's what this feels like. Y'all got some powerful medicine going on. It feels like you guys are going to have, with this dark night of the soul, and you guys are probably like, I don't want to hear about this right now. Listen. Lilith is talking about with some endings, with some feeling coming back, okay, with your willingness to feel emotions. First of all, when you feel the good, when you feel the bad, you feel the good, okay? So you're going to have some good feelings too. You're going to be reinvigorated, inspired. You're going to see things a new way. And it feels like as we move into spring and summer, there may be some glow up situation. You may be moving out of this dark night, the shadow work, into a phase where you may be able to manifest new visions of yourself, new visions of your life, letting your light shine. And it's because of this work right here. All right, so, okay, group 1, that's what I received for you. I hope this was a helpful reading, channeling. I really enjoyed doing this one for you. I hope you enjoyed it too. If you made it this far, leave me a little lion down below. We have lions here. Leave me a little lion down below to let me know. And thank you all for watching. And if you enjoyed this reading, please hype this video, especially for Lilith. I know that she would absolutely enjoy and look favorably upon the hypes of this video. So if you'd like to hype this video, I would appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. And I will see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys. Whatever your timestamp and emojis were, this is going to be your reading, your channeled message from Lilith, all about the dark night of the soul that you didn't choose, but you needed. All right, so keep in mind, this is a general message. So take what resonates. All right. Why do I feel so tired? We have symmetry. What it feels like? It feels like things aren't symmetrical. Things are not even. I feel like things are not even. They're not. Yeah. We have patience. Had enough of this. I'm sick of waiting for things to be patient. I mean, I'm patient. I'm sick of waiting for things to even out. I'm tired of it. It never works out for me, no matter what I do. No matter what I do. I hear blocked. I'm always blocked. I'm always stuck. Does that sound about right? Let's get some more. Tell me more. No matter what I do, I'm blocked. I'm stuck. I feel like I'm in quicksand. I give and give. I try to have patience. Really? This is a channel message from Lilith, okay? Are you always looking? Are you always looking for the change? It's okay if you are. I'm ready to get out of it. We have dance, Suspiria. Obsession, Phantom of the Opera. We have Hereditary. And we have the Witch. There's a lot of magic energy here, family, obsession. There is some family patterns here, okay? Some of you guys have some toxic family patterns, some addictive patterns here that play out in your family, ones of poverty, substances, things like that. Obsession energy. the need to escape, this heavy family energy, this need to escape, this focus on things, the lack thereof, or the abundance thereof, right? The manipulation of the game. And there's a definite block. You're not wrong. You are blocked, okay? And we're going to get into the block. We're going to get into the block. Tell me about this block. You're stuck. That's right. There is no symmetry. And the patience is, it feels like the patience is a cover. The patience is a cover. There's a lot of anger here. It's a lot of doubt. It's okay. This is just you and me here. There's a lot of, like I'm seeing the word retribution energy. There's a lot of like, what is the word I'm looking for? Give me the word I'm looking for. Resentment. Four of Pentacles. So much was given, but not to me. So much was given, but not to me. So much was given, but not to me. And I either don't know how to hold on to it, or I save it too much and spend it all. There's always an issue around it. But either emotionally I wasn't given, things weren't given, time wasn't given, patient. I've been patient. I've been patient. We have the Three of Pentacles. Do not tell me they're watching me. Do not tell me they got their eye on me. That's what I hear. I'm tired of that. This is someone who's had enough. They've had enough with spirit messing around. They've had enough of not having enough. They've had enough of being stuck. And they've had enough. Their patience is running out. Some of you feel like your magic isn't working. I'm going to tell you something right now. Listen to me. Some of you guys have jars. I don't care when you made them. They're done. They're done. Get rid of them. Empty them, whatever you do. They're done. And for some of you, that's hard. That's a hard, because you become attached to them. They're done. And whatever comes to mind right now, that's it. It may be 5 of them. You may have 1 of them. Okay? Just some of you, some of the magical objects that you hold on to, that you're working, they're done. Okay? We're coming towards the end of the year. This is a timeless reading, but whenever we're coming to the end of, okay, it's done. Okay? So that is done. So you need to do whatever you need to do when your magic is done. Wrap it up. Release it. Okay? Now, a lot of people believe that when you wrap it up, okay, when you release it, there's another wave. There's another kaboom of your magic. Some people don't. You do you. Okay? Some of you guys are blocking yourself. Okay? You're in your head. You're so in your head about being blocked that you're blocked more. Okay? Some of you straight up, you're so dismayed. You're so detached from wonder that you can't conjure, okay? You're so detached from possibility and magic that you can't cast. Okay, if we're talking about magic here, and I feel like we are. Also manifesting, all of it. Like you're so jaded, okay? And listen, I am not getting on to you about being jaded, okay? Your feelings are valid, all right? But in order to clear some of this old, stagnant, magical energy, it's time, part of the unblocking is releasing. Release some of this old magic, okay? Release some of it. Let it go. Empty your jars. Whatever you do, everybody's different. Break them. Whatever it is. Some of you guys got old candles that you burned all the way down and you haven't broken, you haven't released them. Release them. Whatever your practice is. Y'all need to release some of this magic, okay? All right. Tell me more. Some of you need to clean your area. You need to clean your house, your room, your magical area. No reversals. We have 9 of beakers, 9 of cups. Cleaning your areas as best you can. Okay. Clean out some of the stagnant energy. Open your windows, okay? And I know you're going to say, but I do it with intention, okay? Clear your mind of this mental haze, okay? This mental doubt, this thick energy you have, this density you have in your head. You are so in your head, okay? You're going to have to release some of this. I know you're frustrated. But it literally is, it's stealing your energy from you. You're feeding it. It's almost becoming a thought form. And I feel like some of you need to treat it like it is. You need to chase this out of your house. You need to chase it out of your mind. You know, do some magical work around it. Run it out. Clear it out. Do some psychic clearing on yourself. Wash your bed sheets. Wash your towels, wash your linens. Clear things. Clear your trash out of your house. Reset some things. Get some fresh air in your house. Get outside. Because the 9 of Cups is a beautiful energy of, you know, being able to be fulfilled, happy. Some success, right? After being blocked. And I pulled this while I was talking about clearing energy. Because you're blocked, you're stuck, you're stagnant, you're frustrated, blah, 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 blah. Well, before you can even reconnect to anything that's wondrous or joyful, you got to clear some of the stagnant energy. Some of you guys are holding on to clothes that you need to get rid of. You need to put in a box with some salt or something, because they're holding energy that is highly negative. And if you know what I'm talking about, you know, okay? Sometimes it's objects. Some of your magical stuff, it needs to go in a box. It needs to go in a box for a while. Sorry, that was my stomach. It just needs to go in a box for a while. You have to change things up. Clear your energy, clear your house. Clear your car. Smudge or smoke your car. You can do that with lemongrass, dragon's blood. You do not have to use sage. There's all kinds of things you can use besides that, okay? You can use any kind of smoke. Just be safe, okay? But there's some positive energy that wants to come in for you. But it's going to take you actively seeking that and letting this heavy density go. Okay, so once we clear this, what do? Well, you're going to find that, first of all, how do you know you've cleared it? Because you start to calm down. You start to get some patience. Okay, you start to get somewhat balance, because you find yourself wanting to become more balanced. You find yourself doing more balanced things. Going outside. Perhaps you have let things go around your house. You start doing more things around your house, you know, by clearing the energy, you know, doing the dishes, taking the trash out, doing your laundry, working on stuff you like. Perhaps you like to do arts and crafts and you haven't done that in a long time. Maybe you start doing that again and bring some balance back into your life. This is how we get into wonder. Following the things that bring us joy. And finding joy in everyday life. Because you're very caught up in the being blocked, things aren't going your way, things haven't happened. I feel like some of you are missing the things that have happened in your favor. I think you are missing some good things that have happened, and I feel like your guides want you to see. Lilith wants you to see what has happened for you, what has happened with you, how far you have come. Gratitude is needed. And hey, it is what it is. Gratitude is needed for where you are. And sometimes it takes us a while to feel grateful for where we are because it's not where we want to be. True? It's just real. We're just being real. It's not where you want to be. But is it better than where you were? Think before you answer. Are certain areas of your life better? Probably. Probably so. And with that, we can be grateful. Gratitude really helps to overcome doubt, to overcome frustration, because then you can relax and say, oh, I guess some of my faith, I guess some of my work has paid off. I've been waiting for things to happen, and they actually are happening. So a whole other perspective begins to blossom. And it allows for a sense of, hey, okay, it doesn't matter how small. Because really it is the small things that matter at times like these. Small things build into bigger things. And life really is about the journey. We're so focused on the end result. And really, that's what they want. They want you to be focused on the big haul. All that stuff. The Ace of Torches. Ooh, that feels good. New passion. Feeling good. Won't that be nice to feel good and passionate again? I feel like that is what's on the other side of this blocked energy. That's why the block is so powerful. There's a lot of passionate energy behind it. There's a lot of creative energy behind it. There's a lot of love behind it. Ooh! Does that scare you? Does that scare you? We have the Knight of Pentacles. Stability. Slow but steady. Stability. Something that you want. You want to be stable. I feel like you want emotional stability. You want stable relationships. You want stable finances. You want just to be good. For some of you, normal, and I don't mean like normal. I mean, bills paid, roof over your head, a car, a chance, that kind of thing. And it feels like there is a wave of that coming through this dark night. Because there is a focus on something you're passionate about. It could be a trade or a skill. It could be something you've had to go to school for or will go to school for. There is, I'm seeing like a vault, like a safe being opened for you. And it's the ability to let go of how things have to be, how things have to come through, how it's going to look for you, who is going to be there for you. The ability to let this go and let the spirits bring it through. Let however the personal relationships, however they unfold, let spirit bring it through and let go of the obsessive energy about this is what I want, this is what I want, this is what I want. Because I feel like it's time for you to reflect after being blocked and being stuck like this, after not having symmetry, after not having balance, after being so frustrated. What do you want? What are you passionate about? What sets your soul on fire? What is inspiring? That is where your stability lies. That is where your future lies. And that really is what is at the heart of this shadow work. It's like an alignment is happening for group 2. A new alignment away from frustration. And it is taking the frustration and anger and flipping it inside out and turning it into passion and focus. At what's really important, at what really matters here. I want to check the mic, make sure it's okay. I think so. Okay. Let's get a few more cards here. Tell me more about my group. Yeah? No? My group 2. Tell me more. I think you will have a lot to be happy for and proud of. I think you will be very happy on the other side of this. But it takes work, okay? We have Lead Your Life, Black Moon, Lilith, and Aries. Adam, Dark Divine Father of Creation. Okay, so what I'm feeling with this is there's action. There's going to be action that's required here. Through this dark night, you're going to learn that action is going to be required to unblock you and unstick you. And we talked about that, unstick you, unstuck you. I don't know. Anyway, we've already talked about the clearing energies and things like that, but you're going to have to move. You're going to have to do the movement. You're going to have to do the work. You're going to have to do the thing. And ultimately, that may be the scariest part of this, is not the letting go, not the clearing, not even the new inspired crafting, but the action. And each of you may have a different action here. And it may scare you because it's going to make you uncomfortable. It won't be something, that's not good. It'll just be something that makes you uncomfortable. But facing this head on is going to give you the confidence for this next chapter of your life, next book even of your life. So meet the challenge with bravery and courage, because that's really where the next step on your personal journey starts. All right? Okay, group 2, that's what I received for you. I hope this was a helpful and insightful reading. I really enjoyed doing this one for you. If you made it this far, you can put, let me see. You can put a little skull down below to let me know that you made it this far. And thank you all for watching. And if you'd like to hype this video, I know that Lilith would look very favorably upon that if you can, if you'd like to, and I would appreciate it as well. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. I would love to have you as a member of my tribe. And I appreciate each one of you, and I will see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys. Hey, Group 3, all of you that selected Group 3. This is going to be your reading all about the messages that Lilith has about the dark night of the soul you're going through, the one you didn't choose, but the one that you needed. Okay, so keep in mind this is a general reading. It's a general session, so just take what resonates here. Okay, let's get into it. And let's pull a couple from here. Tell me about, okay, we're going to pull these first. Okay. Tell me about my Group 3. Tell me about my Group 3 in this dark night of the soul. It's like in denial of who you really are. That's what it feels like here. Denial of who you really are. We have severance and crux. And crux. Yeah, there's some kind of denial of self here. We have honors and bondage cords. Yeah, you are still in bondage to some kind of ideas about yourself that are just not true. They're just not true. This one and this one wants to come off too, so we're going to take it. You've got a lot here. Destiny and cleansing. So, this dark night soul is a fact that you lie to yourself about who you really are, okay? And you are in bondage to some kind of ideas about who that really is, who you really are. You wear a mask often. Listen, this is a channel message from Lilith. It just is what it is. And we all wear masks, okay? This is another mask coming off, maybe 10, maybe 100, okay? This cleansing, this mask removal, see the skull down here, it feels scary. I'm scared. I'm scared of the removal of this mask, this cleansing here. I'm scared of this level of self-awareness. Here's the thing, you deserve this. You deserve this. This is part of your destiny. And you're breaking the bondage, okay, of these past ideas of who you really are, of what you really are, and what you're really capable of. It feels like limitations that you place upon yourself. Limitations in love, relationships, personal life, you name it. These ideas that you can't, you won't. The settling for less than you deserve, the settling for less than who you are. Okay, we have the Empress here. You may be a Cancer. We have Death, the headless torso. And we have the Knight of Cups. Okay. So, yeah, we have two torsos here. Okay. That's a pretty strong message to me. Okay. It really is telling me that there's a complete, you are very humble, number one. Okay. You're very humble. You don't, with this honors card, I really don't think you take in the things that you do for others. I don't think you really take in like the gratitude other people have for the things that you've done for them, okay? I just think you're so humble with these torsos here and heads. I don't think you really connect to how wonderful you are, how great you are, okay? There's almost a denial of self, denial of ego. And yes, ego out of control can be a humdinger, okay? It could be a thing, all right? But it also, when you are to the point where you're suppressing it, to the point where you are denying your power, then that also steals parts of your life from you. And it also feels like part of this humility comes from people being not good to you, okay? People thinking poorly of you, people saying things about you, placing their own insecurities upon you, okay? Causing you to be humble, but the humility is coming from a lot of negative input. And I think you transmuted it as much as you can. But now it's time to kind of stay grounded, but walk into your power, Empress. Walk into your honors, okay? Walk into your destiny. That's really what this shadow work is about. It's about cutting loose the bondage of these past ideas, that you are in some way not powerful, that you are in some way not worthy. That seems to have been like a real theme today. The unworthiness. Here's the thing. You've done a lot of the work, okay? You are more than ready to step into this Empress type energy. And it's not gender, okay? This is like a full creative, this is a full psychically attuned, creative, nurturing. This is someone who, you know, may become a boss in a business. Like this is somebody, you know, if they're a boss, they're highly empathic and they're highly attuned to the needs of people and their clients and things like that. It's like a whole other kind of manifestation of that kind of thing. It's growth. It's destiny, right? It's not the way it was. It's progress. It's a new age. It's a new possibility. It's breaking the bonds of the past. It's a gate. This feels like a gate here. The Empress is going to go through. And it feels quite powerful. Tell me about this shadow work. You have to... It's hard to walk into the awareness that I am the Empress. I am the healer. I am the teacher. I rule my kingdom. I am creative. I am successful. I am wealthy. I am talented. I am all these things. I'm deserving of the honors. I've done the things. I've done the things. I've done the things. And I set myself free from my bondage, from my past, from my circumstances. We have dawn, just reward, evaluation, respite. We have Arthur. Companionship, nobility, self-realization. That's what we're talking about. You becoming self-realized. You understanding that you are the thing that you've been working towards, the person you've been working towards becoming. Your dark night of the soul is realizing that you are there. The illusion is that you're not. That's the illusion. The illusion is that you have to continue to work for it, that you have to continue to turn yourself inside out for it. You're not there anymore. You're not at those stages where you have to do that anymore. It's an illusion. You figured it out. You got the magic key. You got the decoder ring. Now, what do you do with it? You may have to sit with that for a while before you activate, because it doesn't make this step any easier. In fact, it makes it a bit harder, because you literally go from darkness to light. And you realize that a lot of spiritual things, a lot of what we in the spiritual community have been programmed to see and believe and things like that are all part of the illusion. And at the Empress level, we're feeling that. We're knowing that. We also understand at this level that we can't tell everybody this. We can't tell everybody this. There are people who cannot handle this. Not right now. But now you understand. And those of you who know, you know. Okay? Those of you who don't, don't. But when you know this at this level, you move differently. You understand your power. You may begin to approach how you make decisions differently. You may begin to approach how you manifest things differently. Your whole perspective on your life may slide, may literally slide perspective, because you understand the illusion. And it may make you rethink everything. And that in itself can be a dark night, but I don't feel that way for you. I feel it is more like a reflection, a time. I see someone, this is what I mean by reflection. I see someone in a cold, dark, concrete house, and they are standing on the edge of concrete, and they have a glass pond that stares out into a forest. And it's autumn. And they're reflecting. That's what I see. A time of reflection. Because you may find that what you thought that you wanted, you don't want anymore. And what you thought you wanted to do, you'll change, because you'll understand that all is experience. That it is about experience. It is about being creative, creation, being part of the act of creating something in this space. It's about being. The act of being here is creative in itself. You'll understand your multidimensional self. And at times that might make you a little sad too. But understand other people will understand that too someday. It won't be just a few people. Stepping into the Empress can be a dark night of the soul, because you realize that your destiny may be far different than what you thought, because your reality at standing as the Empress, your view of the world, of your world, is much different from where you were. And the truths that you know are much different. And you may align with things that, well, might surprise you. I feel like some of you are going to have new interests. Maybe even some new businesses, new art forms. Some of you guys may get into digital art or digital creations. Tell me more about this. This dark night will be difficult for you because it will require you to take ownership of the things that you've done, the good things that you've done. Okay, we have the 6 of books and the 9 of torches. Give me one more. This one. And we have the King of Pentacles. See, I feel like key to your success, key to your ability to move on, to feel healed and grounded, is really being able to accept the good things. For some reason, for you, group 3, it's hard to accept the good things. I feel like you can carry the burdens forever. You know, you can accept the responsibility for a lot of things. But boy, when we start talking about the good things that you've done, it's a problem. You got to find out, why is that a problem for you? Why? For some of you, it almost hurts your feelings to admit that, like, you're a good person, or you've done, someone has made you feel bad about doing good things, or that you were incapable of good things. There's shame here. I haven't felt shame like this in other groups. Like, there's shame here. And I want you to know that you have nothing to be ashamed of. Okay? Shame is so powerful. You are a good person. And I am so proud of you. And it is okay for you to be proud of yourself, and for you to be proud of your accomplishments. It's a good thing to be proud of your accomplishments so that you can step into your power. You can recognize how powerful you are. This King of Pentacles here. So grounded. I always think of this king as just earthy, grounded, like someone I could go talk to. I could invest time in. They would understand. A helpful soul, right? Someone who is supportive, successful. They have lots of food and lots of medicine and lots of good wisdom for you. That's how I feel. That's how I feel about you. I feel like the King of Pentacles has been through a lot. They've seen some stuff. Because the forest, and that's why where I think the King of Pentacles lives. The forest is a crazy place. A lot of crazy stuff happens. But the King of Pentacles is the king of the forest. He's always got enough. And he's friends with all the animals. All the animals talk to the King of Pentacles. And surely he's a survivor. He is the king. He rules the forest. He's trustworthy. And he won't let you down. That's you. You are a survivor. And I feel like you're easygoing. These are wonderful traits in a person. These are wonderful things to have. I think you're very warm. I think you're a very warm person. I think sometimes you hide that because of all you've been through. But that's understandable. You have done many good things. And it's time for you to walk into this Empress energy. Walk into your kingdom. Walk into your power. Understand it's for you. This is yours. This is it's here. You've done it. But you have to claim it. You have to know it's yours. And it will take time to adjust. But it's for you. Get a couple more cards here. Tell me more. The King of Pentacles is very successful. There's a lot of success on the table for you. But you got to believe. You got to know. Okay, we have the Hierophant. And we have the World. Leadership. And a new cycle. A new doorway. Travel. A new business. Change, for sure. Leadership. Guidance. I feel like people look up to you. People will look up to you. People will see you as going places. The one going places, doing things. I think you have the ability to inspire people. You also have the ability to be the boss. To make change. You might ruffle some feathers. But that's okay. Are you an Aquarius? It's okay. Gemini. It feels like success built on self-acceptance, self-realization. And the Dark Knight is here to help you with that. Letting go of this humility that's built upon this almost self-hatred that was placed upon you by others. Transmuting that into humility. Now it's time to level that up and release it so that you can fully walk into your power and your presence. You are more than the sum of your experiences. And you are worthy of these good things because you are. It's not even because of the things you've done or the situations you've transmuted. It's because you are alive that you are worthy of this. The illusions tell you that you have to do all these things, but the truth is you don't. You're worthy of this because you are, but it's so hard for our human psyche, because of everything we've been through, to believe that. We believe we must earn things. We must go through things. We must. So we do. So you have. So walk into the awareness that this is for you. These good things are here. It is a very high level and high advanced move. Okay? It's a form of mastery to be able to do this. And it does take time, okay? So you won't just like hop up and be like, oh yeah, you may have to work with this over time, okay? But allow yourself to go there. You may find that when you're able to go there, life moves differently. And the more you're able to go there, the more results you have. And the easier it is to go there, if you get what I'm saying. All right. Okay, group 3, that's what I received for you. I hope this was a helpful an insightful reading. I really enjoyed doing this reading for you. And if you made it this far, leave me a little star down below to let me know that you did. And I really appreciate all of you watching. And if you'd like to hype it, I know that Lilith would look favorably upon that. And I would surely appreciate it if you're able to do that. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. I would love to have you as a member of my tribe. I appreciate all of you, and I will see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys.